Welcome to the Make Me Whole podcast. I'm your host, Josette Rosado, and it's time to talk getting past what's difficult, trusting our own abilities to do more, and keeping it that way. Hey there, welcome back, and thank you for joining me today. I got up this morning and I felt a significant chill in the air, and for those who know me best, they know that I am not a fan of winter. It's not winter yet, it's barely fall, but it did give me a realization that we are coming to almost an end of another year. It's incredible. And one thing I know is that once I put my Halloween decorations up, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's is right behind. So that got me thinking, what are we doing to plan for the remainder of this year? I think way too many people decide, it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about this year anymore. I can't wait till it's over. And then set their goals for January 1st. Okay, but that's what we've done every year, right? And we get to the end and I'm wondering, is that actually working for us? Are we not able to get going ahead of time so that maybe we can go into the year starting fresh, starting new? Last year, first month, I learned how to do a vision board by my goddaughter, who showed me that she did it in Canva. And guys, if you haven't explored Canva, I promise I am not sponsored by them, but the things you can do on Canva these days, incredible. Okay, back to what I was talking about. I made this vision board in Canva and then had it set as my screensaver and my background for my laptop so that every time I open it, it's what I see first. And in it, I had a couple of things that I liked about myself, like being my own boss, keeping myself safe and preserving my peace. All kinds of things that I've said to myself and my clients, giving encouragement and keeping my focus. I set up this year for 3 different tasks that I wanted to accomplish. The first one was to be a public speaker and get the opportunity to share ideas with companies and organizations as to the importance of mental health. The second was to create a class where I could have participants learn something from my skill set and use it in their daily lives. And the third was to set up my podcast. So, 2 out of 3 done. While I know that third one I'd really like to get to, my energies now are focused on how to do that for the upcoming year, starting now. I'm encouraging you, if there is a plan you have on the horizon, don't wait till January 1st to get that done. It's actually 10 weeks away. And that's a lot of time that can be spent focusing, planning, researching, as opposed to just waiting to start later. The momentum, yeah, it can be there. But how great would it be to start January 1st with the beginnings of something, not the absolute start point, but the beginnings. Look, we are going to get distracted over the next several weeks. I know I am. I love Halloween. I love all that it brings. I love decorating Christmas too, Thanksgiving, cooking, being with the people that I love. That's very distracting. And in some professions, it's their height. I know for mental health, this is prime time. This is where we receive a lot of phone calls for people who are looking for services. There's so much room for so many distractions, especially as everyone is trying to get through the holidays. So, what are some things you can do as you're ending this year? One thing you might do is let go of poisonous relationships. Really take the time to decide whether or not what you think is happening in the relationship and how you feel while dealing with the relationship, if it's really serving you. Another thing you can do is to choose to be around people you don't have to impress, the people who actually accept you for you. This is going to be really important in our holiday celebrations as more people are spending time with family members and friends. And wouldn't it be great just to have a good time as opposed to seeing all your gatherings as obligations? You can also let go of thinking that someone is coming to rescue you. We have to learn to be our own hero. And January 1st isn't going to set that off for you. You have to start the process now. And finally, stop begging people to stay or try to prove your worth to them. You're not going to get a gold star for being the punching bag. You're not going to get praise for dealing with someone as long as you have because you've gone through the battles and the wars. You're not going to get praise for sticking through rough times when you're the only one who's feeling beat up. These are just some ideas. You can decide anything you want when it comes to ending out your year. But focusing on those changes now will give you further momentum for the end of the year and keep your mental state pretty strong as you focus on you and not on everything and everyone around you that brings stress or their dramatics and make this time of year difficult. Take some time for yourself. Take some time for planning. All right, it's time to get going. Time is waiting for no one. And before you know it, the new year will be here. Okay, it is time to get on the ball, everyone. As I said, it's better to start now than later. You'll thank me when it's all done. Thank you so much for being here and for continuing to support this podcast. This is episode 30. Yes, give it up for that. I'm so happy to be sharing my time with you all and just really being in this space. All right, so if you want to reach out to me, please do so. Send me an email at makemewhole@bossesofbliss.com, or you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Bosses of Bliss, or over on TikTok at Blissful Boss. Remember, complain less and do more, and I will see you next time.